So guys, welcome to a new episode of Canadian Parinde. Today, what city we are in? Any guess? We are in Toronto and we want to show you what actually you can afford under 700,000 Canadian dollar.
Because a lot of people have been asking.
Yeah, especially for the first time home buyers, the budget is really very tight and everybody wants to live in a big city, and why not? We are here in the city to meet our very old friend Rahul.
Hi Richie.
Hello.
How are you?
So meet Rahul, meet
Hi,
our
guys.
Canadian Parinde community.
Hi guys, and it's an honor to be with you guys on this platform.
Great. So we have known Rahul from a couple of years now, who is actually in fact happened to be a realtor in Toronto market as well. So we thought what's the best opportunity to have him on a video and share his experience, because trust me, he has lots of insight to share with us.
Thank you. That's
So-
very kind of you.
So when we enter in this condo, there is a small hallway with a double door closet. Of course, this is a nice size closet to hang all your clothes or even keep your luggage bags, that really helps a lot. The first door, I don't know what actually this is. Is it like more khulja sim? Oh, you might be interested in seeing that. This is a stacked laundry. So pretty convenient, rather than you don't have to actually step down, use a common laundry, which sometimes become very inconvenient in my personal experience. And here we have the open concept kitchen. Now this is not something new, because we have been seeing a kitchen like that in many new condos especially. But you know what? When I entered into this condo, I really got in love with this kitchen, especially the appliances and how the combination of backsplash and the quartz look like. There are so many realtors actually who has came here for the visit. Talking about the storage, it has pretty decent storage. Of course, what you would be required in a kitchen. Kitchen में जितनी भी space हो ना उतनी कम है. Trust me. Yeah, one thing I wanted to show you guys, the full-fledged fridge, which is really not very common in condo units. Luckily it's empty. Stage हुआ हुआ पूरा घर, so it makes sense. Rahul, man of the show, I really want to ask you one thing.
Yeah, sure.
Most of the condos that we have seen,
Yeah.
we have never seen a full-size fridge. It's usually a half size or the smaller size one, right?
Definitely.
But this unit does comes with it.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. This is one of the unique buildings, and I would say this is the unique feature of this building, where you get like this kind of fridge even for smaller units.
Yeah.
And even if you buy a 2-bedroom or 3-bedroom unit in this building, you still get the same size fridge.
Because the thing is, people may want to buy the bigger fridge, but the dimension, how the builder has
Yeah,
actually laid
exactly.
out the kitchen, it does not permit them. So, guys, if you are on a hunt to buy a condo, keep that in mind. The dimension of appliances that you get in kitchen suits your requirement.
In our next video, we're gonna talk about different neighborhoods where people are actually buying houses in Toronto. What are the different house prices in these regions? We're gonna also talk about what are the rental for 1-bedroom and 2-bedroom apartments in Toronto.
If we take a little bit walk, maybe a 2 steps, we have a dining area, a very nice dining area actually waiting for us to have dinner. So dinner to Deepak, dinner is on you because you are really making me speak a lot. But I really like the feel. It's like, sitting right next to a kitchen, Deepak making pancake for me in the morning, and we can enjoy our fun. Come, I'll show you the living area. And here is our little Missy. Hi Arshia, are you buying this house? What are you doing?
Oh no!
I thought you were doing stickies. Okay, so the area over here is a good size. Please don't fall into stating that it's just a 5-seater area, maybe it can accommodate only 5 people. No, the way they have staged it is quite different than what you guys can do it, right Rahul?
Yes, absolutely. Like they flipped I would say like that's more ideal space for hanging a TV or wall mounting a TV.
I would really like that, and sitting right on my bed and watching
it serves a dual purpose even from your bedroom and from your living room. So, and you can have a kind of when you put a sofa here or a shaped couch, it's like a virtual partition a little bit, so at least you have a separate living area.
That
right?
makes sense. And on your right, you have a CN tower. What else you need?
So this is the Juliet balcony, but this is like a downtown version of a balcony, wherein at least you can get air, you can see outside, but you can't step outside. So They call it Juliet, and you need to have a Romeo with you to enjoy this.
Basically, we are getting the price, we're going to tell the price, but the price comes with the view, right?
Exactly. And see, when you want the downtown view, like downtown is pretty much about CN Tower and the water. Like I think we are too dark. It's too dark. But if Deepak, if you can show them a little bit of like those cruises on the water right now. During the day, I would say it's a much more beautiful view. Of course, for the water.
So I have a phobia from heights. So 39th floor, yeah, सिर घूम रहा है थोड़ा.
Exactly.
But this is a good concept of Juliet balcony, right? If you want to use it daytime, open it, sit around, have a view. We have been this area from morning, guys, and the location of this area is so convenient. Like the water harbourfront is right nearby, CN Tower is nearby, the market is, and so is the playground where Arshia and I have been while these guys are busy talking about business. Coming back to the main topic, pretty decent size. Rahul, what's the size of the area is?
So Richie, this is a 1 bedroom plus den, which is a 688 square feet in area. So which is a very good size for a 1 bedroom plus den in downtown Toronto.
Yeah.
And if you look at it, it has been laid out very well. The space has been utilized in a way.
It does not look like 680 for sure.
No, you feel it's smaller? Or
no, I can say it looked way bigger. I'm not sure how bigger it actually looking on a video, but maybe the open concept.
Yeah, exactly. And I think, see, the unique part of this, if you look at this bedroom also, they have a sliding door. So when you open it, even your bedroom is becoming a part of the living room, which is a little bit more unique feature. Now some people like it, some people don't like it, some people want like complete privacy in their bedroom and they're like, oh, this is very open concept.
So people like Deepak and Richie. Deepak may like it, Richie won't like it.
Yeah, exactly. So there is audience for this, right?
Sure.
But some people, like if a couple is living and they're like, they want to enjoy the entire space for them, they don't want a little bit separation. So that's why if you look at it, it feels a little bit bigger space. Right.
So guys, I'm going to show you a bedroom in just few seconds. In the meanwhile, enjoy this music. What behind this door is something that everybody wants to see.
Ooh,
Selling feature of this apartment.
Basically, instead of having a wall, right, there's sliding doors, so that's gonna give you more open feeling.
Can we do something like that in our house? Like for Arsha's room, rather than having a wall in between, we can have a sliding door.
So you can take out this one too, right? Like this one goes on the other side.
Here I am.
So that means it becomes more open now, right? So is this very common here?
It's not. Yeah, it is. In some condos, like builders are getting creative these days, right? So because the condos are so small, they want to use every inch of space, and they want to give different feel to the different kind of audience, right? And like I said earlier, like it's not for everyone. Like this kind of open concept, some of my clients would not really like it, but some of them would love it. Like they want to.
I love it. The moment I saw it, I'm like, wow, that's amazing. That's quite different. So the thing we have find that in Toronto market, right, especially in the condo area, it's hardly 700-800 square feet. Builder cannot play around much. They already have started giving an open concept kitchen, open concept dining area. What's next for them? I think this
open concept bedroom.
Maybe.
So we've already reached that. I think open concept bedroom.
Yeah.
I think the open concept washroom is coming, which I think some hotels have already adopted.
They have it. Oh my god. Yeah.
So another thing which I think we can't see right now, again, like if you see the view from the bedroom, of course it's too dark, but if you're looking at complete water view. So when you get up in the morning, and this is an east facing unit, you're facing east, so you get like that fresh sun hitting you, and then like the beautiful views. It's a perfect
way to start up your morning. But you know what, the person like me, if I see a traffic in the morning, that will remind me, come on, hurry up, you are on a clock and you have to reach office on time, so better hurry up. So talking about the bedroom area, guys, for now, for the staging, they have queen size bed, but you can easily go with a king size bed with lots of space around, and of course, you're getting quite lot of storage. This is good. The only drawback I find, Rahul, it does not have en-suite.
Exactly,
But
I agree with you.
one
But
way
I
or
think
another.
how the builder designed it, because if you show them the den area,
Yeah.
so if someone is living in their den, so he can also use the washroom. So they
So there is only one. There is only one.
only
washroom.
one washroom.
Guys, so they have a carpet area in bedrooms, in the flooring, the wooden
Laminate.
flooring, the laminate flooring in rest of the area, which is a less maintenance, of course it is. So taking you guys further to the den. Okay, so this is a good sized den they have it. If you are a young family, right, say like us, and you want to have a little separation from your kid, of course you can go with a single bed or a crib in this area, and this could be a small little space for Russia, for her play area or for her bedroom. Or even if you're having someone visiting you from the home, you can easily accommodate 2 adults.
So Rahul, can we put a wall here?
Yeah, definitely. Some people, like, you can put a curtain partition. Some
Or
people
maybe
use
the
curtains,
inside.
or some like a sliding door, like you saw there. So you can you can do whatever, like inside you can do some kind of renovations that suits your
So is
needs.
that allowed in a condo? You have to take permission for that?
You have to let the board know that whatever you are trying to do, but like these are, as long as you're not touching any load bearing stuff. So let's say if you're breaking a wall that's load bearing, then you have to get into city permits, but like installing a door like this is not something minor which you can do.
It's like any other renovation that we are doing inside the house. By the way, guys, have you started following us on Instagram and seeing the backyard work that we started taking after coming from Calgary? I really recommend that. You should follow us there. Okay, so this is the bathroom. No one needs the explanation. Deepak, please do the honor.
Very standard bathroom, not so fancy. You see, this is a old style tub. I'm pretty surprised because I was expecting it to be a little nicer. Not much upgrades out there, but still a decent size. But you know what, Rahul? I was expecting it to be a little bigger, considering just only one bathroom here.
I would say this is a pretty normal thing. I would say, as per downtown standards, this is a very nice modern washroom where you're standing right now. And this is the kind of, because see, if in 688 square feet you make a washroom like 150 square feet, at the end of the day, you want more space in your living, right? So they try to optimize the washrooms, and these are like pretty standard, unless you go with a very high-end units, which is like a larger, over 1,000 or 1,200 square feet units. There you will maybe find a little bit bigger washrooms, but honestly, like, this is welcome to the condo life.
Realtors, so I've been seeing coffee realtors are here already for the showing. So the most important question I wanted to ask you, listing price.
So this condo is listed for 699,000.
Not bad at all for Toronto, right? You said this price comes with a parking lot, which usually is 50 to 60,000 extra.
Yes, exactly. Like a parking spot, starting price is around 50,000. In some premium buildings, you will also see a parking spot sells for $100,000, which is like very ultra premium buildings. But
That's amazing. I think that's totally worth it for this price, considering the market is not crazy as it was last year. Now, a few more things. What are the other amenities available in the building? Maybe gym, maybe a little supermarket?
yeah, no, this building comes with a lot of amenities. You have your basketball court, you have your hot tub, you have jacuzzi, you have sauna, you have swimming pool, you have squash. So you name it, like whatever you want.
Really?
You have massage chairs even.
So, just remind me, tell me about the maintenance then.
So maintenance for this condo is $508, which I would say is quite reasonable for the square footage.
For the amenities you're getting, it's
Exactly.
What should you do? What anyone else can do if they don't want to buy a house here? Like $700 is definitely a good money. What is the current situation of the Toronto? Where else someone can buy?
So Deepak, why don't we go to our office downstairs and then let's discuss in detail. We can give them an overview of some areas and the markets we want to cover, and like maybe some opportunities which they have.
Oh, we gotta see your office now?
Yeah,
Oh, let's
let's go.
Alright. To be frank, it is very unaffordable market. Okay.
The market was so hot, every condo used to get like 15-20 offers. At this moment, definitely but this will not be possible in next 2 years. That I can assure.